is Voice of Korea.
Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
Begin the English language transmission from Pyongyang, the capital of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Here is the mixed covers, Song of General Kim Il-sung. the mill covers son of General Kim Seung-il.
Kim Jong-un, first Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea, first Chairman of the National Defense Commission of the DPRK, and Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army, gave field guidance to the machine building factory managed by Kang Tae-ho. He was accompanied by Han Kwang-sung, Hwang Byung-so, and Hong Yong-chil. Respected Kim Jong-un first looked round the e-library. He expressed pleasure, saying the e-library has been built well as intended by the party, and fully equipped with the latest facilities sent by the party, it has become a perfect center for dissemination of science and technology. He said the network system, linked with well-known universities as well as several scientific research institutions to receive latest scientific and technological data regularly, has made it possible to steadily improve the technical knowledge and skills of scientists, technicians, and workers, and widen their views. Kim Jong-un also made the rounds of the Designing Institute, Processing and Assembly Shop, and different other places. He said it is necessary to give definite priority to scientific researches for normalizing production and improving the quality of products. He said the target to be hit by the factory in research and development of mechanical products indicated the direction of research work and instructed on building brain power well to strengthen the scientific and technological force. He learned about the precision, light, and intelligent goods produced at the factory and stressed the need to make all goods on the highest level so that they can enjoy popularity of the users. He also acquainted himself with the use of the geothermal cooling and heating equipment introduced at the factory and appreciated that the factory is a model in implementing the party's policy on making an active use of natural energy. Respected Kim Jong-un had a picture taken with the officials, scientists, technicians, and workers of the factory, expressing the belief that they would vigorously launch a drive to surpass the cutting edge, with a determination to develop the machine-building industry of Korea onto the world standard through the brain competition and technical campaign, and thus bring about a constant upsurge in production. Respected Kim Jong-un, first Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea, first Chairman of the National Defense Commission of the DPRK, and Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army, guided the shooting game of teachers of Kim Jong-suk Naval University and Kim-suk Air Force University. The game was watched by Che Ryong-hae and other senior officials of the party and army and service personnel of the Korean People's Army. When the shooting game started, the shooters took the firing line according to an order and pulled the triggers in the spirit of shooting bullets at the chests of the U.S. imperialist aggressors, the sworn enemy of the Korean people. Kim Jong-un said the shooting games are often organized so as to prepare all the service personnel as crusaders through strengthened shooting training, and added that the vitality is clearly displayed in the game that day. The shooting game was summed up and prizes were awarded. Respected the Supreme Commander Kim Jong-un appreciated the successful shooting game. The Swiss-Korean Committee and the Swiss Group for the Study of the Church Idea recently blogged the full text of the historic speech. Let us hasten the final victory through a revolutionary ideological offensive made by respected Kim Jong-un at the 8th Conference of Ideological Workers of the Workers' Party of Korea. Czech and Hungarian preparatory committees were recently formed in Prague and Budapest to celebrate the Day of the Sun, the birth anniversary of President Kim Il-sung. The preparatory committees decided to hold various political and cultural events praising the immortal exploits and noble revolutionary life of the great leader President Kim Il-sung on the occasion of the Day of the Sun. The Presidium of the Supreme People's Assembly of the DPRK on March the 12th announced Decision 171 on convening the first session of the 13th Supreme People's Assembly of the DPRK in Pyongyang on April 9th through to 103 or 2014, and an official notice concerning it. The 16th Kim Il-sung Festival will be grandly held in Pyongyang, the capital of revolution, on the occasion of the Day of the Sun, the greatest auspicious holiday of the nation. The festival will be held at the Kim Il-sung Kim Jong-il Exhibition House from mid-April to 103 or 2014. It will be attended by armed forces organs, ministries and national agencies, working people of different sections, school youth and children, the General Association of Korean Residents in Japan and other overseas Koreans organizations, Korean compatriots abroad and foreigners. During the festival, the exhibitions of immortal flag Kim Il-sung will be held, and the Kim Il-sung Kim Jong-il greenhouses be visited in local areas. The opening ceremony of the reconstructed sports village in Cheongcheon Street, Pyongyang, was held on the 19th. The basketball, table tennis, weightlifting, and all other gymnasiums, football stadium, and sportspersons' restaurant in the village have been completely renovated for games, training, and service for the players. Present at the opening ceremony were Park Bom-gi, Secretary of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, officials concerned, officials and builders involved in the reconstruction project, sports officials and players and working people in the city. In his opening address, Park Bom-gi said respected Marshal Kim Jong-un presents a grand plan to renovate, in accordance with the demand of the new century, the sports village in Cheongcheon Street, which is associated with the immortal leadership exploits of the great generalismos Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, and has contributed to the sports development of the country and energetically guided the project. He called upon the sportspersons and officials in the field of sport to intensify training in every way and develop sports science and technology, and thus win more gold medals to demonstrate the dignity and honor of prospering Korea. More than 40,000 hectares of cold and wet land have been improved throughout the DPRK in preparation for farming this year. Over 20,000 hectares were improved in South Hwanghae Province and more than 7,000 hectares in North Hwanghae Province. Gangwon Province and Nampo City carried out their cold and wet land improvement assignments for this year in a short period of time. The cold and wet land improvement has been finished in several cities and counties of South Hamgyong Province through collective innovations despite unfavorable conditions, and it is at the final lap in other counties. More than 6,000 hectares were improved in line with technical demand in rural communities of North Gyeonggan Province. The 19th food festivals were held in North Hwanghae and Yangon provinces on the occasion of Day of the Sun. presented to the festival held in North Hwanghae province were more than 220 items of national foods and dishes prepared at over 20 city and county catering service networks in the province using different kinds of ingredients, including locally rich edible mountain herbs and freshwater fish. In the festival, the Sariwon Hotel, the Gyeongnam Restaurant, the Gyeongnam-san Noodle House, Songnim City and Yeonsan County were highly appreciated for their excellent popular and seasonal foods of different kinds. Presented to the festival held in Yangon province were different kinds of national foods and dishes, including local traditional foods known from olden times, general family foods, and unique foods cooked with locally rich ingredients. European regional headquarters of the Pan-National Alliance for Korea's Reunification and the Society for Cooperation Among Koreans in Germany made public a joint statement on the 11th, denouncing the United States for disturbing peace and security of the Korean Peninsula. The statement said the United States recently misleads the public opinion and persists in offensive for pressure, talking about provocation and breach of resolution as regards the DPRK's rocket launching exercise. The United States ships a lot of lethal weapons into South Korea and continues to stage frantic war drills, intentionally bringing the situation of the Korean Peninsula to the brink of war. This shows that the United States is the real violator of the UN resolution, the statement added. In the meantime, the General Association of Koreans in China and the Youth Federation of Koreans in China issued statements on the 15th in denunciation of the U.S. hostile policy towards the DPRK. The first secretary of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Chile Proletarian Action, the chairman of the Central Council of the People's Unity Kyrgyz Republican Political Party of Kyrgyzstan, and other personages of different countries extend full support to the Korean army and people in their vigorous advance towards the final victory under the banner of great Kim Il-sungism, Kim Jong-ilism. In their congratulatory messages and letters, they said Kim Il-sungism, Kim Jong-ilism is the great revolutionary idea illumining the future of mankind, and it is a great pride and honor of the Korean people to have the guiding idea of revolution representing the independent era. Noting that might of ideology is precisely might of socialism, they stressed that infinitely bright will be the future of the Korean people, vigorously advancing along the road of independence, Songun, and socialism. And that's the end of the news, read by Chesung Nam. This is Voice of Korea.
We now bring your meal, Carlos. We will defend General Kim Seung-un at the cost of our lives. You know, bring your right music for Charlo. I know nobody but you. March the 21st, 1963 or 1974, marks the 40th anniversary of the promulgation of the law on completely abolishing the tax system in the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Over the past 40 years, the Korean people have not known even the word of tax. The word people for Korea, a country without tax, the only tax-free country. It is another unique pronoun of the DPRK worldwide. Before the promulgation of the law, Korea took systematic measures to lessen the people's tax burden. As conditions and possibilities were mature to abolish the tax system, the DPRK government enforced a progressive income tax system and granted a special tax reduction and exemption to the cooperative economy. It lowered the rate of agricultural tax in kind from 25% of the harvest to 20.1% on an average. After that, it completely abolished the agricultural tax in kind in 1955 or 1966. As a result, the Korean farmers were freed from the tax burden before others, and their centuries-old desire, regarded as a dream, came true. According to the law on completely abolishing the tax system, the last residence income tax system and local autonomous tax system were abolished on April the 1st, 1963 or 1974. Since then, Korea has become the only tax-free country in the world, and a grateful popular policy has been enforced over the past 40 years. Today, the Korean people do not know tax rule but enjoy a happy life under different state benefits. They do not know their house rent, though they are living in the houses provided by the state free of charge. Their sons and daughters study at universities, not paying school expenses, but receiving scholarships not to be returned. Besides, all people receive medical and medical treatment at state expense, though they have not entered the social insurance. It is the reality of Korea in which everybody enjoys love and happiness under the state benefits without having the conception of tax. That is why the Korean people regard the socialist system as their life, under which priority is given to the people's interests and devote their role to the prosperity of the country with a resolve to repay its favors. You've been listening to an account under the title, A Tax-Free Country. This is Voice of Korea.
Now here's a female quartet. It is really a good society. follow in Bangchang, Pyongyang is best. Enjoy a female quintet. Fly high breath. hears a female solo in Pangchang, we love the burning light.
Represent a Korean song sung by a foreigner, immortal masterpiece, My Mother. This is a song created by the great Kim Jong-il in Juche 48 or 1959. The song represents the infinite yearning for Mother Kim Jong-suk, who brought up Kim Jong-il as the great son of Korea, exposed to snow and rain, and his firm faith and will to carry forward the revolutionary cause of the great President Kim Il-sung true to his mother's intention. For its profound meaning and emotional melody, the song is very popular among the Korean people. Please enjoy the song in solo of Malaysian musician Yang Wei-hung. But
ask me to leave, no need, never would I forget. Waiting my wishes for Maria. She has moved a beautiful dream inside my heart forever. If you're trying, I'll run to tell her she's kind and loving to me. Carry her goodness deep in mine, I support my leader forever. Waiting on wishes. Oh, Gloria. She has moved a beautiful dream inside my heart forever.
You've been listening to a Korean song sung by a foreigner from our regular program, Foreign Friends Sing. This is Voice of Korea. This time we present a mean flute solo. Let's sing of Mount Ganggang.
With that, we conclude the English language service of Voice of Korea from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Voice of Korea presents its English language service for Southeast Asia between 5 and 6 hours UTC on 13,650 kHz and 15,105 kHz, and between 10 and 11 hours UTC on 6,185 kHz and 9,850 kHz. For Middle East and Northern Africa, between 16 and 17 hours UTC on 9,890 kHz and 11,645 kHz, and between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 9,875 kHz and 11,635 kHz. For Southern Africa, between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 7,210 kHz and 11,910 kHz. And for Central and South America, between 4 and 5 hours UTC on 11,735 kHz, 13,750 kHz, and 15,180 kHz, and between 10 and 11 hours UTC on 6,170 kHz and 9,435 kHz. Goodbye, this is Pyongyang.